Good evening, everyone. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Regina Shaver. I am the Director of Product Sales and Retail. And thank you for joining us for our fall product training. I also have with me, I have Marianne Brill, our Product Sales Manager in New City, Aurora Orozco in Pleasantville, and a new welcome to Lacey Mann, who will be our product sales manager in Montgomery. And of course, we have Mike from M2, who has joined us so graciously to join us for our training. I'd like to let everyone know that we will stop a few times for questions, and we will do our best to answer all the questions in the chat box. We do have a lot of attendees, so I do expect a lot of questions, so just bear with us if we don't get through all of them. If we don't get through them tonight, we will keep them, and we can post our questions or FAQs on our website. We also will be recording this, so it will be posted on our website tomorrow. And again, thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Regina. My name is Mike Donnarumma, and I'm with M2 Media Group and also representing Trophy Nut Company tonight. And one of the things I want to start off with is a big thank you for taking the time to be here this evening and taking on this role as troop volunteer to help with the facilitation of the fall product program. So thank you in advance for all that you will do to manage this program and all that you will do to support the girls, not only in this program, but also the cookie program and everything that the girls do in their troop this season. So I always like to make sure that we do start out with additional thank yous. Last year, because of your effort, volunteers, the parents and caregivers, and the girl participants, the council and troops earned about $491,000 in sales and in proceeds in this program. And I want to point out that that is because of all of you, the volunteers supporting the girls, helping parents and guardians and caregivers get logged in, participate, getting the word out, really creating some fun around the fall product program to generate that income. And that income is used for many, many different things throughout the Girl Scout year, startup funds. Many of the troops have used it for trips and activities. So this is a great way for the girls to kick off their program year, be able to earn some monies to be able to use throughout that program year. And especially over the last 2 years with not being able to travel and do some of the things we wanted to do, expect that this year there's going to be a lot of people that really want to get out there and meet with their troops and do fun activities. So the monies that are earned in this program and the cookie program become a valuable piece of the Girl Scout experience, because those adventures that you get to go on with the money you've earned with the product program, through the product programs, sometimes are the things that maybe girls wouldn't have gotten to do otherwise. Now, this past year, each girl selling contributed $150 toward that goal of $491,000. So thank you, congratulations, really great program in 2021. So now let's talk a little bit more about the 2022 fall program. First thing I want to remind everyone that in addition to the monies you earn in the program for girl program, camp, troop activities, and also for giving back, there's lots of skills that the girls learn. And this is something that we hope that your troop and as you facilitate this program for the girls in your troop, that we focus on some leadership goals. And the leadership experience goals are goal setting, money management, people skills, decision making, and business ethics. And these are the kinds of things you don't really learn you will learn aspects of these things in maybe school, maybe at home, but when you're looking at this through the lens of girls are working on their own business to be able to run their business, to be able to generate funds, to be able to do really cool things for their troop, goal setting, money management, people skills, decision making, and business ethics, these sales skills are critical skills that girls will use not only in this program, but even as they get older, when they're interviewing for a job, or when they might be going to college and interviewing for a college spot in a particular university. These are skills that are learned in this program that really help the girls throughout all parts of their life and especially as they get older and go to college and go to their first job. So these skills are something that we like to talk a little bit about and remind you that this is not just about the money earned, this is also about the skills learned, but the money earned does drive those girl programs, camp, troop activities. And my favorite of the things the girls do with the money they earn in these programs is giving back. We hear lots of girls work really hard, learn the great skills, earn some monies from this program, and then they wind up using that money to be able to give back to their communities. What a remarkable learning experience for the girls, and what a great thing for your community to have the girls working hard to give back. So lots of skills learned, money earned, all the great reasons why we do this program. And now we're going to get into the program theme and how we do the program. So the first part of the program is to share with you the theme. The theme is Go Bright Ahead. So not just go right ahead, go bright ahead. Do it in a bright and interactive way. We have great colors in our thematic patches. So Go Bright Ahead is our theme for this year. And our theme animal is the Hawaiian monk seal. And every year we choose an animal that is either critically endangered, or there are things about the animal and its environment that cause that animal to be struggling, and we want to create some awareness. So this year we chose the Hawaiian monk seal. Hails from the Hawaiian Islands. They can grow up to 7 feet in length. They live 30 years. They could be 600 pounds. They could live underwater for 20 plus minutes, and they can dive 1,800 feet. And as I mentioned before, the Hawaiian monk seals are critically endangered due to hunting, accidental capture, and fishing gear, and also habitat destruction. So it's always our goal to share, not only have a mascot for our program, but make sure that mascot is an animal that we want the girls to learn a little bit more about, because our hope is that if we tell enough Girl Scouts about issues, maybe one day one of those girls will learn about the Hawaiian monk seal, and who knows, go to school and maybe even help solve some of the problems that are affecting that particular animal in the future. So the Hawaiian monk seal, really cool and cute animal. We're really excited to have our theme be Grow Bright Ahead. So that is our theme for this season. Now, when we talk about this program, we did talk about the money that you earn. So troop proceeds, the troops are going to earn in this program $1 for every nut and chocolate item you sell, and $2 for every magazine sold. So troop volunteers, as you are setting your goals in this year's program, what you'll do is you'll talk with the girls in the troop, come up with how many or how much money you want to earn, and then utilize the amounts per nut and chocolate item and magazine item, so that as you are creating the plan for your goals and your budgets, you'll be able to figure out how many you need to sell and then work with the girls to set goals. We find troops that set goals with their girls are 3 times more likely to get to the goals than the girls and troops who don't. So make sure that as a troop volunteer, you sit down with the girls, you talk about why they want to do this program, what are the things they want to be able to use the money to be able to do, either in activities or giving back. Once you do that, use the proceeds to drive your goal setting, and once you set goals, work with the girls to help them achieve them. Now, this year we've got some great products. So we've got our nut and chocolate set of products. We've also got our magazines and digital subscriptions. Those are the same products that we've had the last couple of years, and they sell really, really well. Now, the nuts and chocolates and the magazines are offered in nuts and chocolates are offered 2 ways, in person and online. Magazines are only offered online, but the online shopping sites gives you options. You have the ability to pick what product line you'd like to buy, so you could pick magazines or nuts and chocolates. If you do pick nuts and chocolates as a customer, you can either save the shipping cost to coordinate with the girl for pickup, or you could ship for the convenience of having that product delivered directly to your home and pay for shipping. The customer is made aware of that, and the girls will get credit for the sales in either case. So save the shipping cost is a favorite of our customers, and that is the largest portion of the online portion of our program. Now, as we talk about the in-person, there's an order card. So you still have the ability to go online and launch your campaign. You have the ability to sell in person using your order card. We've seen this program go much more online over the last few years. It makes it easier to connect with lots of people in sort of a simpler way. But if you're going to be meeting with people in person, the order card is a great way to be able to ask Uncle Mike and Grandma what they want. We've got a great lineup of 16 products, plus we have a care to share, which I'll get to in a few minutes. But the 16 products are pictured there. So everything from peppermint bark rounds in a tin to dark chocolate sea salted caramels, pecan supremes, honey roasted peanuts, Madagascar vanilla and honey almonds. We've got fruit slices, English butter toffee, 2 types of cashews, everything seasoned and whole cashews. And yes, those everything seasoned taste like everything but the bagel seasoning, which is great. And our #1 seller, chocolate covered pretzels. So if you look to the right of the screen, you will see our top selling items are chocolate pretzels, peanut butter penguins, dark chocolate sea salted caramels, chocolate covered almonds, and chocolate covered raisins. You will notice the top 5 selling items are all chocolate. This is no surprise to me because Uncle Mike's favorite items are chocolate, 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 and then maybe cashews after #5. So this is a great lineup of products, a great group of items. If you haven't tried them, you should give them a try. And my bet is that your customers will love them. We also have the tins this year, which are really great for gift giving. And we also have the Girl Scout tin with the milk chocolate mint trefoils. We find that that product is also a product that many of your volunteers like getting, your Girl Scout families like to get, and everybody loves the milk chocolate mint trefoils. And then we've got a couple of holiday tins this season. We've got the snowman tin with the winter background that has peppermint bark rounds that are individually wrapped. To me, that makes a great gift, and especially during the holidays, to be able to pop that open, leave it out, people can grab one at a time and enjoy them. And then you've got the Little Village tin with the chocolate covered pretzels. Chocolate covered pretzels being the #1 seller in the program. This makes not only a great gift, but also an item that we see many of our customers purchasing. So in addition to the ability to sell in person all of those nut items, online and in person, your customers can also buy what we call the Care to Share product. Care to Share product is as simple as, let's say a family member or friend or your Uncle Mike decides he doesn't want to buy anything for himself, but he wants to make a purchase to support the girls and support the military. So an order can be placed on the order card or online to purchase items. If you purchase items, those items will then be delivered directly to the military through, not the girls don't have to do that, that will be worked out through the council. So anybody that places an order for a Care to Share item, that item will not need to be delivered by the girl, but will be distributed by the council, and the girls will get credit for the sales. The girls will get the proceed earned for their troop. And if the girls sell 5 Care to Share items, that picture of the pineapple that says Care to Share is an image of the patch they will receive. So a minimum of 5 Care to Share items, and you will earn this really cool pineapple patch for selling 5 or more Care to Share items. Now remember, Care to Share can be done on the order card or online. Magazines, that is only offered online. So we make that nice and easy. You don't have to take any orders for magazines. If there's been a few of you that have been troop volunteers for a long time, you remember the days where we used to do that. We don't do that anymore. This makes it much easier. Customers place their orders online. We get them right to the publisher. They start sooner, and it makes it much easier for the girls to not have to collect the money. So top selling magazines are always offered, easy renewal. You can renew the magazine you've got before. We've got a lot of children's titles. We've got ebooks. We've got digital subscriptions, a number of really great options. And remember, with magazines, there's never a cost for shipping. It just makes a great gift, especially to someone who likes a magazine. It comes once a month. If you're going to buy somebody something, this makes a great gift during the holiday season, and especially right around the time that you are running this program. So getting started in this program is pretty simple. There's a couple of pieces of material that we want to make sure that the girls get. The image in the top of the screen is the order card. That order card is, when you open it up, the image of all the products are on the inside. A little bit later, I'll show you the back of this order card, which shows all of the prizes. But that order card, you'll want to hand, that has all the info, when to get started, dates, all the product types, all the reward choices. The image on the bottom, front and back of a flyer. The flyer is a 1, 2, 3 step of how to get started, tells you a little bit about the patches and the personalized patches you can earn. On the back, we tell you all the important dates, a little bit of fun facts about the Hawaiian monk seal, and also the benefits of participating and how to participate. So giving the flyer and the order card to each of the parents to participate in the program will make it very easy for them to go, log in, and get started. Now, the online portion of the program is really what we've seen grow over the last couple of years, and it's actually the majority of the program now. So the in-person is actually smaller than the online portion, because the online portion of the program, we've really made it easy. And over the last 2 years, online has been a way we've all been able to connect with our family members and friends. Well, the online platform is where the girls can go to either log in if they've been there before. So let's say you participated last year on Go Day in the program, you'll be able to log in. If you're new to the program, you can create an account, and I'll share with you Go Day a little bit later on. Once you do that, council can confirm and make sure that you are a member of Girl Scouts. This is where the girls can highlight their goals. You can choose the reason you're doing the program, the monies that you earn, and what you want to do with the money you're earning. Then you get to build an avatar that looks just like you, and we find that that is something that the girls love to do. And remember, that cool avatar that's pictured sort of in the middle of the screen, that once you create your avatar, you can earn a patch, which I'll tell you a little bit later, a patch that you can earn with your avatar on your patch. You can also include a video, upload a voice recording, and then you have a dashboard to manage your program. So when you log in, you're asked a few questions, you do a few setup, and then you're asked to create your avatar. One of the things I like to point out, troop volunteers, is that some of the things to share with the girls to really maximize results, this will be the first one. So when you create your avatar, you have, in addition to making it look like you and choosing your shoe types and choosing all the fun stuff in this program, you then can record a voice message so that your avatar will speak to your family members and friends when they receive your email or get your share via social media or texting. So however you send that message, your family members and friends will be able to click the link and listen to the voice message. Your avatar's mouth will move and a voice message will go. I'm going to use this one as an example. Hey, family and friends, please shop my online store because we're going to be able to go to Savannah, Georgia with the money we've earned to visit Juliette Lowe's birthplace. If the girls record a message like that, the girls will sell 50% more than the girls who don't record a message. What we find is the girls who take the time to create their avatar, record a voice message, record a video, those are the ways to really maximize your sales. So the first way to really maximize your sales is to record a voice message for your avatar. The second way is to use some of the other tools in the program. So sending emails, that still generates the majority of sales in our program, and you can send your emails to your family members and friends. We have also a share my site feature where you can send via social media or texting the ability to share your site, and you're basically sending the site link through your text message to your family members and friends through your social media. You're not using an external social media account. You are literally sending it from yours. So your family member and friends will see your link and be able to make your purchases. The girls who share on social media increase their sales by 27%. The girls who share via text, in addition to sending emails, increase their sales by 10%. So you're seeing that the more engagement you have in the system, the more likely you are to maximize your results. We've got also these really cool other tools that are a little bit outside the system. You have to go in the system to create them, but you can print out a set of business cards. Those business cards will have the link to your store. You can then type a friend or family member can use that, type in a code, and get to your storefront. And then we have door hangers that actually have QR codes on them. So you can take those door hangers, print it out, cut it in half, cut the little circle, hang it on a neighbor's door. And when your neighbor or your friends come home, you can take your phone, hover over it. Once you do that, you'll get to your niece's or your granddaughter's store, and you'll be able to shop that store and support that girl. So we've got two tools within the system, sharing via email and sharing via social media and texting. And then you can print out business cards and door hangers to connect with people. Maybe you don't have their email address. Maybe you're going to see them in person and you want to tell them about the program and give them an easy way to get started. So these tools also increase your results. Managing your dashboard after you set up your program is also a way to be able to maximize results. You can send additional emails. You could share again on social media. Maybe you sent one text message and you want to send some additional ones. You can also go check out your room. We have a great room where you could see all of the girls who have created avatars and what their avatars look like. You can also, if you have those in-person sales, so anything that happens online or is purchased online by your friends and family via credit card, you don't have to do anything with that. We take care of putting those all in the right places. But if you have any orders that were taken in person, entered on the order card, at the end of the program, you can ask your parents and guardians. We'll ask them to via the system, but they'll be able to take those order cards and they can enter them into the system, the total into the system. So Troop volunteers, you don't have to enter anything if you can get the parents to log in and plug in those 16 numbers plus the care to share. You're adding those up, you're entering it in, and now you know exactly what the parent and guardian and girl needs to fulfill all their orders. You can also, girls can also select rewards. So we've got some rewards that they can earn and they get choices, and they'll be able to view any sales reports. So when it's time to deliver all those items that were bought online that the customer chose to have girl delivered, we've got a report right in the system that allows you to print out that girl delivered report. But don't worry, in addition to be able to log in and get that report, we also have a way for the parents and guardians and girls to receive that via email. So once the program is complete, we send an email with that report, so you have everything you need to distribute your product. You have your order card, you have your online girl deliver report, and then you know exactly what to give the girls, because everything else will have been bought online and magazines will be delivered directly, and all the direct ship nut products will have been sent directly to your customers. So the girl dashboard is where you can manage and do additional things, like add additional participants. If you have siblings participating, you can check out the customers and what emails were sent. You can do all kinds of cool things on your dashboard, and the dashboard will give you recommendations, and we will send you reminder emails to take the actions you need to take. Your parents and guardians and the girls will know exactly what to do. Now, every year we've had this fall personalized patch, which we find is really a great item in our program, because the personalized patch with the theme backgrounds are really great. So the girls create their avatar. If you get to a certain level of sales and you take enough actions, what we've done is we've created a patch that has your avatar on it, your name on it, and you can choose what you want it to look like. So this year, you can hang out with your Hawaiian monk seal friend and either have your stand-up paddleboard or your snorkeling gear with you, and either patch is yours. When you get to the end of the registration process, you can set up the patch, and then you'll earn that patch if the girls, first you have to create an avatar. If we don't have an avatar, we can't create your patch. Send 15 emails. So that's an easy one. That's been the same amount that's been for the last couple of years. You have to use the share my site function. So you have to send at least one text message or at least one share on social media. So whether you use the social media share or text message, that's fine. You only have to do that once, but at least one share, and then sell 5 magazines and 20 nut items, and you will earn this awesome patch. Now, last year we had a lot of girls earn this patch, so we are looking forward to seeing even more girls receive this patch this year. In addition to the fall version of the personalized patch, the girls can also earn what we call the 2022-23 Fall and Cookie Crossover Patch. Now you will notice the fall patch on the left and then the cookie crossover patch on the right, which also has your name on it, has the council name on it. It says Fall and Cookies on it, and it has a dolphin, because this year's theme animal for your cookie program is a dolphin. So we actually had the seal on the fall patch, the dolphin on the cookie crossover patch, and you'll notice if you put those patches together, they really look like it's going from daytime to night, and you'll be able to have your avatar on each one. And you know, you can even change your hairstyle or your shoes or what you're wearing from daytime to nighttime between each patch. So this is a great way for the girls. Participating in the fall gives you access to be able to earn the fall patch if you sell fall stuff. If you participate in the fall and send 15 emails, create your avatar, share your site, and then you sell 125 packages of cookies, you will earn the cookie version, and you sell the fall info, you get the fall version, and then you'll have 2 patches that look really incredible and fit together in a great way. So these patches, only way to earn them is to participate in the fall. If you don't participate in the fall, you don't have any shot to get the cookie crossover patch. The only way to get the cookie crossover patch or the fall patch is to participate in the fall product program and follow the criteria. By the way, the information on how to earn the personalized patches are on your order card and also on that flyer that I talked about earlier. Now, the Girl Rewards, when I talked about the order card has all the products on one side, has all of the rewards on the back. So you'll notice we've got all the patches you can earn. On the bottom, you can see all the personalized patches and the cookie crossover patch. And then you'll notice you have the ability to earn lots of other rewards. And at certain levels, you have the choice between the reward and do-si-do, which can be used for Girl Scout program. So you have a lot of different rewards to choose from. The rewards are cumulative. So as you earn each level, you will get all the rewards before, and you can earn the patches in this program. I really like the patches this year because while they are 3 separate and 3 cool patches, they really fit together to form a great scene with the date, go right ahead, and 3 images of your seal. So you'll see that patches fit together. And in order to get the patches that fit together, the girls in the troop have to earn one, you got to sell 15 items. To earn another one, you have to send 15 emails. And to earn the third one, sell 3 magazines. So if you do those 3 things, you'll be able to earn the 3 fit together patches. If you do the other criteria that I mentioned just a moment ago, you'll be able to earn the personalized patches, and then you'll get lots of rewards in which the system will prompt you to make any choices that require choices and will give you or give the reward to the girls in the cases where there aren't any choices. Like if you get to $225 in sales, the first 2 levels, you will earn them and you won't have any choices for those. I'm going to stop for a second and check with the team to see if we have any questions before I run through a quick version of how to manage your volunteer login in this program. But let me check with the team. We got any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aurora.
No, I was just gonna ask about the parent, but now I cannot find the question.
I think the question is, do parents have to approve girl delivery items?
Yes.
Parents don't have to approve the girl delivery item, but you can choose who you want to get the girl delivery link or not. So as you're going in and entering all of your customers, you can toggle off anybody that you don't want to get the girl delivery item because they may live too far away, and we won't give that customer that option once you do that.
Oh, thank you. Another question is, if I have a magazine that I'm getting and I did not order through Girl Scouts, can I renew that subscription through Girl Scouts?
Absolutely. So you can actually make the purchase. You'll see when you're checking out, gives you an option to renew it. You can click the renewal button. And if you click the renewal button, the new subscription will only start after the old one ends. Just make sure you provide the same address, because how the publisher identifies that, it says, okay, we've got this magazine going, they check the renewal box, we'll extend the subscription. And what you'll notice is your subscription will just seamlessly continue, and you'll see the little date on the mailing label. You'll see that it's been pushed out once the customer gets credit for that sale. So check the renewal box, enter the address as it appears on the mailing label, and you'll get your subscription extended, whether or not you bought it originally from the Girl Scouts or not.
Thank you. Someone's asking where to get the booklets, and the paper materials for troops are being distributed from your service unit Nuts+Mags chair. If you don't know who that is, you can email us or ask your service unit manager. Any other questions anyone's got? Team?
Nope.
All right, so let's talk about the volunteer experience. You can still, if you have any questions as we're going along, don't hesitate to put them in the chat box, and we'll stop again after we go through this. So we got the volunteer experience. So volunteers, you get to create an avatar just like the girls. You can make your avatar. We want you to do that because in a little while, I'll tell you how you can get a patch with your avatar on. But make sure you create your avatar. What we've learned about the girls over the years is that the girls really like it when you get involved in the things that they're involved in. I've had a volunteer recently tell me that she created her avatar and the girls wanted to see it, and then they started critiquing it and saying, no, I think we need to change it, make it look more like you. So they're gonna have some fun with it. You should share it with them. I think what I have learned about the importance of the troop leader and the troop volunteers is that the girls really like when you're a part of the program with them, when you're a part of their Girl Scout experience. So get into the fun, create your avatar. How you get started is an email should have gone, well, emails went out 2 days ago on the 19th, and we sent those to you. We've seen lots of people already log in. If you haven't gotten the email, I'll tell you a little bit later. I'll give you the information on customer service number so you could reach out to our customer service so that they can help you tomorrow to get logged in. So don't worry, the program hasn't started for girls yet anyway, but we sent the email. Check 919, see if you can also check your spam, but if you check it, you'll see an email that came from us. It looks like the email on the left. If you're new to the program, you'll create your password. If you participated last year, you'll be able to log in, and then you'll be asked to do some things. So if you didn't get your email or you're unable to find it, I'm gonna give you information later of who to email or who to contact to be able to get that information, and I'll do that a little later in the program. But when you do log in, troop volunteers, there's a couple of things we really want you to focus your attention on. The first thing is watch that training video. I'm not going to spend hours and hours tonight training you how the online system works, because when you log in for the first time, there is about a 10-minute training video. The 10-minute training video will literally show you everything in the online system you need to know, and you'll be able to see how clicking each icon and how everything works. That 10-minute video, once you've watched it, you'll be able to log in the rest of the way, and that video will be available to you throughout the program. So troop volunteers, please watch that video and then also use it to rely back on, because the first time the system forces you to watch it till completion before you can log in, but after that, you can access it, you could fast forward, rewind, you can watch it again and again if you need to. Now, the site's pretty intuitive, so you shouldn't need to do that. But if you take the time to just watch that training video when you log in, you will really have an easy time managing your program. Then we want you to create your avatar, and we want you to queue up the parent and adult email campaign. Now, I'm going to focus some attention on that because that is really another way to create awareness. So I mentioned to all of you earlier that we take the flyer and the order card and hand it to the girls. Well, there is another way, an easy way to make sure that the parents and guardians and adults managing this program and girls get the information. When you log in, there's an icon called the Parent and Adult Email Campaign. The council has preloaded all of the names of your parents and guardians and their email addresses. When you click on that icon, it will pull up a page that looks like this. Once you do that, it will have the list of emails of those parents and guardians. You can review that list. You can delete. You'll see the little delete button on the right. You can delete anybody out that is no longer maybe in your troop. You can add anybody that you need to. If they're not listed and you want to add somebody, you can add a contact and you can add their email address and name. You can get all of this ready, and then when you're done, you'll be asked to queue these emails up for sending. So let's say tomorrow you log in. When you do, that you can get them all set, check them, queue them up for sending, and then on go day, which I'll tell you about a little bit later, these emails will come from you, the troop volunteer, and it will go to the parents and guardians. What we see with this email is because it's coming from you, troop volunteer, we see the open rate very high. So what we get is a lot of parents and guardians opening it, 74% in fact, and we see a lot of participation happening. So this makes it really easy. You don't have to go find the link, and you can literally wait for the email comes, you click on it, and you get started. So this gives you the best way to connect with the parents and guardians. All the emails for your parents that are registered, or the girls that are registered so far, the parents are already in there. Don't worry, you can edit them, you can delete them, you can add more. And then when you update it, you can actually go back and take a look, and you can see who opened it, who it was delivered to, did any bounce, and what the status of those emails. So if you wanted to reach out to the parents afterward and the parents and guardians afterward, you could still do that. But this is the best way to get everybody to have a link to get started, because that email that goes to the parents will tell them everything they need to know about how to participate in this program. And then this is your troop dashboard. Troop volunteers, it is pretty intuitive. When you log in, the video will play, and the video is a video of someone clicking each of these icons. So where you see in the middle, send messages, manage troops and Girl Scouts, manage admin users, banking and payments. The video will take you through each one of those and explain to you exactly how it works for each item on this dashboard. So by having that, if you just watch that video, I won't spend hours tonight talking about it. If you watch that 10-minute video, you really have everything you need to know. And one of the things we do here is remind you of a few of them, because there's a lot of things that you could do to support your program, but there's a couple important ones. First is messaging. Troop volunteers, once the parents and guardians and girls start participating, you can send messages right through the system with reminders and due dates and everything you need. This is where you can manage the nut order card entry. So as I told you earlier, the parents could take that order card and they can total it up and enter it. But let's say they didn't, because not every parent and guardian remembers to total it up and enter it in. At some point, we will lock the parents and guardians out from being able to enter it, so then they'll have to add it to the troop volunteer. A lot of people now take a picture of it and send it to the troop volunteer for them to enter it. This is where troop volunteers will be able to enter any order cards that the parents didn't enter. You can also edit any order cards that were entered by parents that maybe need to add something to it, or delete anything off that needs to be deleted. So you have access using the paper order entry icon, and the video will go through that clearly. You could select rewards for girls. So as the girls are making their choices, we will remind the girls throughout the program as they're earning rewards that you have choices to make. When we get to the end of the program, you can even talk to the girls. If you see any girls that haven't made their choices yet, you can ask them and you can make it for them. There's sales reports. Volunteers, we've got a lot of reports in there. I'm going to tell you to focus on the troop summary report. But if you like data and you like to see participation and you like Excel, which I don't know why anybody really likes Excel, but I know you're out there, the Excel lovers. I'm not one of them, but I will point out there's lots of good reports and an easy way for you to see the summary and your amount due program. And then we also have a way for you to keep track of your girl banking and payments. So the banking and payments on the left is a ledger that allows you to collect the money only for the in-person sales. So anything that was placed on that order card that wasn't purchased online, you can take those orders and then you can keep track of the parents and guardians and girls that have made their payments. That's on the left hand of the screen. On the right side of the screen is called the summary report. There is an icon on the dashboard for the summary report. There's also a tab all the way to the right of the reports section of your program to be able to run a summary of the program. This will tell you everything you need to know about what your troop is doing, how much you've sold, what was collected online, how much was collected in person, how many magazines you sold, how many direct ship nut items, how many girl delivered nut items, how many items were purchased on an order card. It'll even tell you campaign statistics like how many girls were selling, how many avatars you created, photos uploaded, voice recordings, total personalized patches. It will give you every detail you need to know. And what I love especially about this report is a good financial report. So you have to provide financial report. This report will have every detail of the financials for your troop. And what I especially love about this report, you can't see it, but at the bottom of the screen, this report gives you the ability to just email it to somebody. You could download it as a PDF. You could download it as an Excel spreadsheet. And you can just, you know what? I don't even want to save it to my computer, but I need to send it to somebody. You could type somebody's email in and you can send that report right to somebody. So maybe you're the troop product manager, but the troop leader wants to see some stuff about, you can log in, type in the troop leader's email address, and then this will give them every detail of what's going on in your current fall product program. So some really easy things. Now, everything I just told you about banking and payments, troop summary report, messages, that all is talked about in that 10-minute video, which is why tonight I'm not going to go through all of those things, because some of you may have already logged in and done that. And for the rest of you that get logged in over the next couple of days, watch that 10-minute video. It will really make all the difference. And then having access to that video throughout the program will really make it easy for you to participate. The last thing I want to point out is delivery tickets. So this is a delivery ticket where you, as the troop volunteer, will be able to print out a delivery ticket for each girl. So once the service units schedule the date to deliver your products, you will be able to go pick those products up, and you will take those, and then you will have delivery dates for your girls. So whatever day you choose to distribute those products to the girls, you will be able to print out a set of delivery tickets by girl to make it very easy for you. What's nice is when you do the delivery tickets by girls, we don't print any girls' delivery tickets that don't have sales. We don't waste any ink. You can print them out one batch, so you don't have to print them out one at a time. You print out the set of them, then you'll have them on the bottom. You can either include the financials, or you could just have the parent sign it when they're picking it up. It'll have full cases and pieces. Parents come, they find out what they need. You pack that out, make them sign the piece of paper. I would recommend when they sign it, have them take a picture of it so they have a copy of it, you have a copy of it, and you don't have to use any NCR paper. You don't have to print out 2 of them. You can print out 1. You've got it. You've got their signature. Have them take a picture, and then everybody has what they need for the program. Now, parents will be able to pull up the report for all their sales from within their system, so they don't really need a copy, but I recommend having them take a picture of it. We also have one of these delivery tickets for rewards. So when the time comes, we will send the rewards to the service units. The service units will distribute those rewards to the troops. At that time, you will log back in, print out a delivery ticket for each girl for the rewards, and you'll be able to then deliver those rewards to the girls after the program is complete. Now, one thing that we wanted to make sure we did is we gave all of the troop volunteers the ability to earn a personalized patch with your avatar on it. Since you're getting in on the fun, we know that you may want to show off your patch that you get if you get it and the girls in your troop get it too. So you can earn a patch that says volunteer, your name, the date on it, and it'll have your avatar on it. To earn this patch, your troop has to sell $1,200 in fall product sales, so between Nuts, magazines, digital subscriptions, and otherwise. And also, you need to send out the parent and adult email campaign. So logging in, going in, double checking all those parent and adult names. Once you've done that, queue for sending. Once that goes out the door, you are qualified for that piece. If you then sell $1,200 in sales for the fall product program, you will be mailed a personalized patch with your avatar on it, just like the girls will get in the fall if they sell 5 magazines, 20 nut items, send 15 emails, and share one via our share our site functionality. Now, before I wrap up and get to the customer service, so I make sure I give you all the details if you're having any trouble, a couple of reminders on dates. So the program begins for girls on September 26th. So as you know, today is the 21st. So if you get logged in tomorrow, no problem. You'll log in, create your avatar, watch your video, check the parent and adult email campaign, and you will queue that up for sending. On the 26th, the emails will start going out. So troop volunteers, make sure you get logged in before, but let's say you don't get logged in until the 27th. It's not a problem. You only make it into the system by the 27th. The email campaign will go out on the 27th. So any troop volunteers that set up the parent adult email campaign before the 26th, those we will hold till the 26th. If you log in the 26th or after, it will get sent out on the day you log in. So no worries. We just want to make sure that all those troop volunteers that want to get started before the 26th can do so. So if you're getting logged in, I'll give you that email address and phone number in a minute or two. October 28th is when the in-person order taking, so any orders on the order card, ends. On that same day, that is the last day for your parents and adults to enter the in-person orders in the system. That is taking the totals on the bottom of the order card and entering it to the system. Remember, you do not need to add anything to the system that was purchased online, only anything that was ordered by a customer in person where you collected the money and you took the order on the order card. Then the next few days from October 28th through the end of the day on November 1st, troops, that's all of you, will be able to enter any orders for girls that didn't enter them by their deadline or gave you the order cards after the deadline. So even though the deadline is 28th, we know that sometimes the parents might get it to you a day or two later. Have the parents make sure they get it to you, because your deadline to enter any order card orders at the troop level is the end of the day on November 1st. That's 11:59 p.m. When that day is complete and it's now November 2nd, and if somebody decides they want to give you an order at that point, you can contact your service unit chair for this program, because they will be able to enter any last minute orders for any of the girls. We don't have a lot of people who do that, but if you do have a late order or a late item and you need to get it in, just contact your service unit person. They have until the end of the day on November 2nd. And then last but not least, starting on the 28th, we will give you more details about those delivery dates. But starting on the 28th, we will be distributing the products to the service units. So starting a few days to a week after that, those troop distributions for those deliveries, sometime between the 28th and that next week or so, will be the deliveries. We don't know your individual delivery right now, but as we get more details, we will provide them to the service units, and the service units will provide those to you. Now, a couple of quick FAQs, because there's a number of things that we get a lot of calls in customer service, and I figure if I let you know, you might be able to help the girls. How do I reset my password? There is a reset my password link at all the login points in the system. So just tell people to go to the login page, click reset my password. It'll send you a new password. You'll be able to get logged in. When can a supporter expect a direct ship nut order to be placed online? Tell those customers to look at their confirmation email. We work very closely with the nut company, and the estimated date we put on that is given to us by the nut company based on how many days before things are shipping. When will a girl receive her personalized patch? Tell the girls to log into their dashboard, and you will find that on the dashboard, if you've earned your personalized patch, it will give you an estimated delivery time. If that estimated delivery time has passed, don't worry. You can contact customer service, and they'll investigate it for you. What if a girl didn't find her name when she logs into the platform? No worries. There's actually a choice as one of the names, and one of the names is I don't see her name. So if you're a parent and guardian and you're trying to log in and you don't see the girl's name in the drop-down box, click I don't see her name. We'll ask you for the name, and then counsel will be able to verify and say, oh, Susie Jones, no problem. What troop is she in? Is she registered? Yes. And then you'll be able to participate in the program. So just if you don't see your name when you're logged into the platform, don't worry. You can still get started. And when you get started, we will make sure that you're registered and in the right place. And last but not least, when can I expect my online girl delivery items? I would keep in mind that those online girl delivery items aren't going to get to the service unit until starting on the 28th and the days to follow. So I would say a couple of, we're talking about sometime in the first week or 10 days, or maybe even first 2 weeks of November. By the time it goes from the service unit to the troop, to the girl, to the end customer, the first couple of weeks of November is when those will be distributed. I'm sorry.
I think you mean the first 2 weeks of December is when the troop could expect to get product.
Sorry, I was correcting that.
Okay.
Yeah, first 2 weeks of December, since November 28th is the start, first 2 weeks of December is the time frame that you should expect those to come. And you can give people better details as we get closer, because more information as we get closer to delivery dates will happen, and we will tell you more about when that's going, what your dates look like, what your service unit dates look like as we get closer to those time frames. Last but not least, I told you that if you were having trouble logging in, if you're having an issue with an order, if you didn't get your email for your service or your troop login, no problem. There is support.gsnutsandmags.com, and also that number 1-800-372-8520. I'll leave the screen on this page for a couple minutes so you can take a picture of it. This number and that email address is on every one of our pages for our site. If you're on our website, scroll down and you'll be able to send us a message, get the telephone number. It's on all your materials. When you get your troop materials from your service units, you'll have materials, the customer care number, the phone number, and the email address all there. if you're having any issues with anything in the system, any problem, you can contact us. You have a great support team at the council, but we're there to support you and the council team. So if you contact us with something that we have to reach out to the council, we'll gladly do that. If you have to reach out to them and they contact us, no problem. But I would keep this number handy. If anybody's having a problem, direct them. We will make sure that everybody gets what they needed, and you can call for any tech-related issue along with every order or any problem you're having throughout the fall product program. So instead of flipping to the thank you page, so if anybody wants to jot down that number and an email address, I'm just going to hold here for a minute to see if there are any questions, but please don't hesitate to use any of the phone number or the email address to contact us.
Yes, Mike, we have a question. Once we sent the original parent email and then we have new people register, can we send to just the new people?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's the way it works. We will, throughout the campaign, we have the ability in the system to send to anybody that gets added to the system after the first ones go out. So we will dedupe the list and only send to new participants.
Okay. The email comes from M2?
Well, which email is that?
The invite.
The invite from the parents? No, the invite for the parents and guardians, if the troop volunteer triggers it, it will come from the troop volunteer.
No. To register, the troop leader wants to know what she is expecting from. Who is sending? What's the title of the email that she will be getting to register?
The title of the email?
She means who's it coming from? What would you see? Would you see Umbrella Girl Scouts HH? Would you see M2 System, Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson?
The email was triggered by the troop volunteer using the parent and adult email campaign. It will come from the troop person who sent it. If we trigger it at the council, it will come from at M2 customer care.
And the registration, the notice that went out, the email that went out on Monday, 9/19, the email telling volunteers that the Nuts+Mags site was up and going and they could log in. Who did that come from? What does that say it's from?
That is coming from M2 customer care. It comes from M2. It's not coming from the council. It comes from M2.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, anything that is triggered by M2 or the council will come from M2. The one email that will go to the parents to participate as a girl and parent is the email will come from the troop volunteer who triggers it, so that's why we have such an high open rate, because that email is coming from somebody that the parent knows. Some of these other emails, they're coming from the system, so it comes from M2, but the email that is triggered via the parent and adult email campaign, that will come from the troop leader that actually triggers it.
I don't see other questions.
Well, while you're waiting to see if anybody else has a question, I'm going to take a final minute while we're waiting for that. And I'm just going to pop myself on the screen for 2 seconds. And I just want to say thank you to all of the volunteers that are here this evening, that are looking forward to the fall product program. I want to thank you for all the volunteers that participated in the fall product program and cookie program the last couple of years, and all the things that you've done for the girls to have a great Girl Scout experience, even though the world was a little bit in a unique moment. But thank you in advance, because I think for the girls, Girl Scouting over the last couple of years has been an important part of, with the world being a little bit less than normal, a lot of the things that are normal, being able to spend time with you and the other girls in their troop. So thank you for all the support you've given them during that time. Thank you in advance of this Girl Scout year, because we think this is going to be a great one, because I think many girls and many troops over the last couple of years haven't gotten to do all those fun things they want to do. And I'm hoping that the money from this program and your cookie program allows the girls to do all kinds of fun things this year and beyond. So thank you for that. Any other questions?
One is, Roberta is mentioning that in my list of emails, it says Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson, but when I clicked on it, it says Mail GS Nuts and Mags.
So it doesn't say M2 system. It says it's coming from Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson.
Correct.
Which email?
The invitation email.
The invitation email to the volunteers?
Yes.
Yes.
2 people said that.
Sorry. I was thinking the second email for the.
No, it was the invitation for the leader to register.
Yeah, sorry about that. That email comes, it shows it's GS Nuts and Mags is the domain, but it says Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson.
Okay, thank you.
There's a question about money here, and I think we will answer it, Mike. When parents enter their paper orders, do they pay online when entering them, or do they have to give the troop a check? So that you could approach different ways. Not every order has to be paid for. The paper orders have to be paid for at the time that the paper order is given. So your customer pays you at the time that you're putting the paper order in, and those checks and such are usually given to the troop to pay for those paper orders. Some parents elect to pay for things and put the order in online and pay for them then, and then collect from their customers. But when the parent puts the paper order in, they do not have to pay for it, but they have to pay the troop for the product.
And just one thing to add to that, we don't have anything in the system yet to sort of take a payment for those orders, but we are working on something for next year to make that a little bit easier. But right now there is no way to pay, to use a take a payment mechanism to pay for those orders. So you have to get that money to the troop in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, someone just answered it. I think we're good. I think we've answered all of the questions.
It sounds to me like we've got a lot of expert and former pros of the fall product program. So I want to say thank you again to all of you. Was there another question? Sorry.
Nope, I think that was everything.
All right, awesome. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time tonight, and I'll let the rest of the team say goodbye, but I'll say one last goodbye. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you very much for everyone joining, and thank you, of course, Mike, for running this tonight.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.